My favourite place in Holborn. Well, I love the street that you're nearby. I love Lamb's Conduit Street. I love the fact we've got lots of green spaces. It's hard to pick one space. I love Coram Fields. I love Russell Square itself. And there's lots of squares around this area, little pockets of green that I really like. But you know what I really like? It's quite a magical place when you wander through it in the evening. It's Queen Square and near Great Ormond Hospital. Like if you cut through Great Ormond Street onto Southampton Road, there's a little square, a really old one. It's called Queen Square near the hospital.
Well, strangely, it isn't. It is Holborn, but it's not up here. Probably the John Soanes Museum.
I go to a club there called Building Explorers, and we work about architecture there, and we explore the.
Yeah, there is so much there.
Yeah, it's really.
You could spend
You should go there.
days. He has been. Yeah, you could spend days.
Go there on Tuesday.
That's a tricky one. I was thinking of that. I suppose maybe Coram Fields, just because I've spent quite a lot of time there when I was a child and then now with my children. Coram Fields, I'd say, and then all of Lamb's Conduit Street. So that strip going from Coram Fields to Fibbles Road.
The favourite place was doing pottery. Making pottery, like you do pottery, you make all different kind of stuff. Like you could make sheep, goats, pigs. I made cheeseburgers and fish cakes and chips, chicken, oysters, all kind of stuff. That's what I made.
My favourite place in Holborn is my home, but also I love where I work because I get to spend a lot of time outside in a really beautiful garden. It's close to where I live, so I get to see my community all the time. So yeah, that would be one of my favourite places.
What comes to mind is the October Gallery. I've known that for many, many years. Many years ago, I was first introduced to it to one of the artists who was involved with it. And as you know, they have a ship, and it's based in the State, and they go around the seas with their art. So I would say that's probably one of my favourite places. And I like taking people to it who haven't been, showing people, taking a visitor there who hasn't seen it before.
Once we went to, it's like an old Victorian house in the Aldwych, and we did a tour around there, but the man that owns the house lives in America. He's American, but he owns this particular house. It's really very interesting, very historical, but it's in the middle of, you wouldn't even know it's there. It's in the Aldwych. It's quite tucked away down a side street. It's very interesting.
If I recommend, still like they have a new place in Holborn House, and more place, more open, and new equipments, and still mostly people are still there, and they're all nice. And I will recommend other people as well to come and bring their kids there for stay and play sessions.
This is a really tricky question. And I'm not sure I'd be able to say one particular place. It's interesting, like I really agree. I've heard a lot of the other interviewees have said places that I've thought like, oh yeah, that's a really good one. So Lincoln's Inn Fields is really beautiful. I really appreciate the small green spaces we have. I'd say that is the one downside to living here, is that for me, there isn't enough green space. It can sometimes feel a bit overwhelming, but I also agree what someone else said, which is that it's an interesting area to live because it can feel super busy in the week, but then I feel at the weekends there's a really quiet, peaceful feeling to it.
My favourite place in Holborn is, I don't know the name, but there's a park just by Theobalds Road, just behind Theobalds Road.
Fields?
No, it's actually not. It's a hidden park. It's just behind Grayson Road and Theobalds Road, and it's a nice big old park, and they only open it for 2 hours, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. every single day. Yeah, and it's a very, very beautiful, I don't know if it's garden or it's park, but it's really nice.
Is it the one with the high wall?
Yes, they open it for 2 hours every day.
I know one.
That's my favourite place.